This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to Headlines Now on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanath, and the focus on the show tonight, the sudden gag orders issued by the Tamil Nadu Congress Committee asking its partymen and senior leaders to stay away from the media, especially stopping them from speaking about the alliance the Congress might form ahead of the next year's elections. Are there cracks in the ruling alliance in the state? And does the party want to play safe and hide the possible differences of opinion within the party in this issue? That's what we'll be asking on the show today. Also joining us will be KV Thangabalu, the president of the TNCC. We will of course ask him some tough questions. We'll bring you all that. But first, the top stories we are tracking. Tamil Nadu Congress issues gag orders and partymen asking them not to talk about alliance issues. Says only Sonia Gandhi will do the talking.
I appeal all congressmen to desist from talking about alliance.
After sharp criticism from political parties over the TNEB tariff hike, Chief Minister Karunanidhi defends the hike, says it will not affect the poor. DMK to protest against the poor maintenance of the Satur National Highway on Tuesday alleges hike in bus fares indirectly. Chidambaram meets the Chief Minister, promises to send a special envoy to Sri Lanka to monitor the rehabilitation. Well, those are the top stories we're tracking. Let's now have a look at the other stories making national headlines. Suresh Kalmari versus the Foreign Ministry. He releases evidence that the High Commission recommended AM card, but High Commission asked Kalmari to explain the absence of written contract. After two people are killed near Baramulla, the Prime Minister convenes a meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Security to discuss the issue. Mamata Banerjee accuses the CPM of forming suicide squads in West Bengal to kill her. Flood fury rages through Pakistan, more than 1,100 people killed. Now to our top political story tonight, as almost all the political parties in the state are busy chalking out strategies for the next crucial assembly elections, the big question doing the rounds in Tamil Nadu's political circles is which way will the Congress go? As all eyes are on the Congress party, the TNCC today issued gag orders to senior leaders and partymen, asking them not to speak out of turn. Our political reporter Shabir Ahmed with the latest.
The Tamil Nadu Congress Party is confident, and this seems to be the latest USP of the party ahead of the 2011 assembly elections. The party, which has 10% vote share, is being wooed by both the Dravidian majors. Amid growing speculation over alliance building, sharp criticism by some Congress leaders has created a flutter. This attitude of some Congress leaders has left the ruling DMK extremely unhappy. And after reports that all is not well between the Congress and the DMK, and here comes the gag order from the Congress leadership.
I appeal all congressmen to desist from talking about alliance. Simple. Congress Katchi Nanbagal Yarum Kutani Patti Pesa Mudiyadu Pesa Kudadu. Congress Katchi Agili India Katchi Annai Sonia Gandhi Mattandan Peswar.
However, many have welcomed this move, and some say they will express their sentiments at an appropriate time. In Chennai, Shabir Ahmed for NDTV Hindu.
Well, joining us on Headlines Now is senior Congress leader and Tamil Nadu, the TNCC president KV Thangabalu. So, first question, why has this gag order been imposed? What is happening between the DMK and Congress? We hope all is well within the alliance.
With regard to alliance, Congress party is firm, steadfast and clear. Madam Sonia Gandhi, the Congress president, is the ultimate authority. Today, we are having a very good alliance with the DMK party in Tamil Nadu. The Congress and DMK has been in alliance from 2004 and it's going very well. The Congress-led government at center under the chairpersonship of Srimati Sonia Gandhi, the Congress President, as UPA chairperson, and she is doing her best to cement the alliance, and she is doing her best to make the government at the center very effective. The DMK party is a partner in our alliance. The Congress-led alliance is doing very good at the center, making the welfare programs for the weaker sections, downtrodden, Dalits, backwards, minorities, and so on. The entire society is happy today by the UPA government.
But sir, some of the leaders are speaking in different tunes, expressing their opinions and views on alliances, which in many cases is not in accordance with the party's line. In fact, it is being said that the gag order today is in response to these differences coming out. What is the party's take on this?
No leader or cadre has the right to talk about alliance as far as Congress is concerned. The ultimate authority is the Congress President, the Supreme Authority, and whatever Madam Gandhi decides, that is final, and it is her decision, that is her writ, will go in the party. Either the leader or cadre, everybody has to follow, and we are following. If anyone talks about the alliance, they are not authorized, that is not official. And as TNCC President, whatever the Congress President, our beloved leader Madam Gandhi says, I follow it very clearly. That is the final and that is the correct stand of the Congress in the state of Tamil Nadu.
But so the sentiments of the party workers at the ground level seems to be different when it comes to alliance. There are a few cases where we've seen that. What do you have to say to that?
I said very clearly, we are working very well. The Congress-DMK alliance is working very well. We are very comfortable. There is no difficulty between us. At the state level, at the national level, at the leadership level, there is no difficulty. If anyone wants to say anything, they are not authorized to say openly. Internal party matters should be discussed only party's forum only, not in the public forums. So we have advised Congress workers and leaders not to add any of their personal views into public openly. That is not acceptable to the Congress leadership. It is very clear, and I once again appeal to Congress workers and leaders, if they have any problem, anything, any issue, they can talk to the respective forums only, not to the public.
So there are also media reports that the AIADMK is trying to rope in the Congress ahead of the polls next year. So is there a possibility that you will jump the boat? Are any talks going on between the AIADMK and the Congress?
I don't know anything about it, and every political party has their own views and own aspirations. I cannot go in between. But as far as the Tamil Nadu Congress is concerned, as the president of the party, I am abide by my party leader. My party leader, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, is the supreme authority, and whatever she decides and whatever she orders, I am here to implement. At the same time, as I said earlier, today we are very comfortable with the DMK at the national level as well as state level, and this is what I can say officially.
All right, thanks a lot, sir, for joining us on Headlines Now with your thoughts there. Clearly, KV Thangabalu there making it very, very clear that Ms. Sonia Gandhi is the final authority on anything to do with alliance, and also that the alliance with the DMK now is going in the right direction. Moving on, yet another protest announced by the opposition here in the state. AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha today announced that her party will stage a protest in Virudhunagar district condemning the poor maintenance of National Highway 7. In a statement released today, Jayalalitha claimed that Satur Highway is in poor shape and alleged that there are no basic facilities provided for Satur Government Hospital as well. She also said that the bus fare has been increased indirectly in that region. The party will hold yet another protest on the 3rd of August. The Chief Minister Karunanidhi today also defended the power tariff hike announced by the government yesterday. He says that the hike is only directed towards those who use 600 units of power, which forms only about 3% of the overall population that uses electricity. He also said that this will not affect the common man, that is those who will use lesser units of power. He also said that the Tamil Nadu's EB charges are less than any other state, and this after he came under sharp criticism from the opposition for implementing this hike. In fact, political groups including PMK and the CPM had asked for a rollback, calling the increase a double shock after the hike in fuel prices. Some more political news. Home Minister P. Chidambaram today met Chief Minister Karunanidhi and discussed the issue of displaced Tamils in Sri Lanka. Chidambaram reiterated that the External Affairs Ministry will send a special envoy to Sri Lanka in a few days. Following pressure from the ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu ahead of the monsoon session in the Parliament, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had written to Karunanidhi that a senior official from the Ministry of External Affairs will be sent to measure the progress made in restoring peace and in the process of rehabilitation, to decide on what more India has to do to help speed up the process of rehabilitation.
வெளியுறவுத்துறையினுடைய உயர் அதிகாரி இலங்கைக்கு இன்னும் சில நாட்களிலே செல்லவிருக்கிறார். அங்கே சென்று இன்னும் எத்தனை தமிழர்கள் தங்களுடைய வாழ்விடங்களுக்கு திரும்பி செல்ல வேண்டும், அந்த வீடு கட்டும் திட்டத்தில் எத்தனை மனைகள் அடையாளம் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கின்றன, எத்தனை பேருக்கு மனைகள் தயாராக இருக்கின்றன, வீடு கட்டுவதற்கு எந்த நிறுவனங்களை இலங்கை அரசு அடையாளம் கண்டிருக்கிறது, இதையெல்லாம் தெரிந்து கொள்வதற்காக அதிகாரி செல்கிறார்.
In other news, more trouble for the MRTS project. Residents in Alandur who have been complaining for a few weeks now have held a protest against the MRTS rail system that will run from Velachery to St. Thomas Mount. They're saying that their homes will be affected as the rail runs through residential areas, and according to the plan, and have asked for a committee to inquire into the matter.
These residents of Thillai Ganga Nagar in Alandur area are in a protest yet again. They fear their homes would be broken down because the new MRTS rail line will run through this residential area. Residents say they welcome this project, but they insist authorities involved in building the new rail line should address their concerns first.
கோரி வச்சு நடந்த தப்ப என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சி அதை ரெக்டிஃபை பண்ணுங்க. இன்னொன்று இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் சர்வே பார்ட்டியை வச்சு அலைன்மெண்ட்டை ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி ப்ராப்பராக கொண்டுட்டு போங்க. பாதிப்பு பொதுமக்களுக்கு இல்லாமல் நியாயமான முறையில் கொண்டுட்டு போங்க.
The residents say the rail route is different from what it was in the original plan. They say an approximately 15-meter deviation in the new plan could affect at least 70 houses.
We have built this house about 30 years back, brick by brick, and we find it very difficult even to reconcile ourselves to the situation where we have to be. We are uprooted by the CM. We will be uprooted by the CMDA if they consign themselves to the median of the inner ring road.
நாங்கள் வந்து NOC வாங்கி இந்த இடத்த கட்டிட்டு 35 வருஷம் ஆச்சு வீடு கட்டி. NOC வாங்கி தான் கட்டி இருக்கிறோம். இப்போ NOC வாங்கி கட்டி பிரயோஜனம் இல்லாத மாதிரி இருக்கு.
The proposed MRTS second phase will benefit thousands of commuters, but with the project hitting yet another roadblock, it remains to be seen how effectively the authorities will solve the dispute. In Chennai, Lok Priya for NDTV Hindu.
Well, time to take a short break on headlines now, but on the other side, on our special Madras Day series, a look at the heart of Chennai, Mylapore, and its many moods. And superstar Rajnikant's film Mendiran is inching towards its release. We get you a sneak peek.